The problem is not the papacy. The problem has always been those who occupy it. Previously, Demos, who we now know as Cardinal Pell, says, Roma locuta, causa finita est. Rome has spoken, the case is finished, the case is closed. But he says now it's Roma loquitur, confusio agitur. Rome, having spoken, confusion augments, grows, multiplies. And then he lists in bullet points, this is Cardinal Pell. We didn't know it was Cardinal Pell at the time publicly, now we know. The German Synod, he says, speaks on homosexuality, women priests, communion for the divorced. The papacy is silent. Cardinal Horek rejects the Christian teaching on sexuality. The papacy is silent. The silence is emphasized when contrasted with the active persecution of the traditionalists and the contemplative convents. He's saying, look, the Pope promotes those who are contrary to the Catholic faith. But when it comes to the persecution of traditionalists or defending traditional marriage, Francis is silent. He says the Christocentricity of teaching is being weakened. Christ is being moved from the center. And then he lists more bullet points. Pachamama is idolatrous. Contemplative nuns are being persecuted. The Christocentric legacy of John Paul II in faith and morals is under systematic attack. Many of the staff of the Roman Institute for the Family have been dismissed. Students have left. The Academy for Life is gravely damaged. Some members recently supported assisted suicide, which is murder. The Pontifical Academies have members and visiting speakers who support abortion. The Pope has changed the law 4 times during the trial to help with prosecution with regard to the Vatican trial of 10 accused of financial malpractice. Cardinal Becciu has not been treated justly because he was removed from his position and stripped of his cardinalatial dignities without any trial. As the Pope is the head of the Vatican State and the source of all legal authority, he has used his power to intervene in legal procedures. The Pope sometimes, often by means of papal decrees, motu proprio, which eliminate the right of appeal to those affected. Where have we seen this recently? Father Frank Pavone, who's been laicized without recourse. Many staffed, often priests, have been summarily dismissed from the Vatican Curia. Phone tapping is regularly practiced. I'm not sure how often it is authorized. And he goes on and on. He even gets into details with amounts of money in euro as it relates to the Banco Ambrosiano scandal. It's embarrassing. This is a catalog of corruption, of deceit. And he lays it all at the feet of Pope Francis. It's sad that Cardinal Pell died. And when you realize how critical Cardinal Pell was of Pope Francis, and that Cardinal Pell died so suddenly, it does make me suspicious. I'm not saying Cardinal Pell was murdered, but I think we need to consider it. I think we need to open up the questions that it just so happens the most critical cardinal of the Pope, while in town in Rome for Pope Benedict's funeral, died after surgery. It's suspicious. Pray for the repose of the soul of Cardinal Pell. And let's pray, as Pope Benedict asked us to pray, for mighty shepherds to defend his church. We need mighty shepherds because Pope Francis is destroying the vineyard of Jesus Christ, and it has to stop.